Hello, my name is Angelis. I am your business mindset coach and trainer. In my business, I work with a lot of entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, people in corporate who come to me looking for help in getting them to the next level of their success, whatever that success is. Well, three of the best ways to get to the next level of your success is through the three S's. It's called systemization, scalability, and stabilizing. Those are the three things that you will need to get to the next level. Now, the problem is a lot of my clients, I'm not really sure where they land on those three. Are they building new systems? Are they attempting to scale up? They even stabilize? Many of them don't even know that. So they might think they are, but they're really not after I do a small assessment with them. So after sitting down with all of them, I come to the conclusion that I need to have a video and talk a little bit about the three S's. So we're going to start with just primarily the solopreneurs, entrepreneurs, and then work our way up to, the scalability. Now, what I mean by that is when you start out, say you're a brand new solopreneur entrepreneur, or you run the business all by yourself. It's a totally mom and pop operation. You're not really talking about scalability. You're talking about stability and the system or the systems of operation, daily operation, and working with your vendors, your virtual assistants, your clients, customers, and so forth. So that's primarily all you need. If you intend not to grow ever beyond yourself, if you intend to keep it small, mom and pop, then don't really concern yourself about scalability. You're just going to confuse yourself. You don't need to. Now, for those who want to grow, wish to scale up, want to expand their company, then stick around. We'll talk more about that at the end of the video. Let's start with you're small, want to stay small, mom and pop operation. Then you have it easy. All you're worrying about is stabilizing your systems. Now, if you're just starting out, you're basically wearing all the hats. You're the CEO, CFO, COO of your company. You're the administrative assistant. You are the operation director. You are the operators, the laborers, you name it. You're the whole company. So what you need to do first is stabilize yourself. And you have to find the right systems to stabilize yourself. And being a solopreneur, entrepreneur is the best part of that business is you really don't need a lot. It doesn't have to be complex or expensive. In fact, some of the best entrepreneurs I've seen, successful entrepreneurs who have scaled up to making multiple, what you would call franchises of their business. They have started on a very simplistic level. They did their very best to stabilize themselves before they can expand to a bigger group to take over for themselves and then move on and scale up. So at that level, it's very easy because you're only concerned about yourself. And at that level, don't think and stop acting as if you have to spend a lot of money. You have to find your only focus as a solopreneur entrepreneur when you're stabilizing your own business is finding the best advice, finding the best systems, finding the best people. We call this at the company your dream team. You don't have to hire them to be with you all around 24/7 or working every day with you. Most of these, your dream team could be virtual and can be, you only see them maybe once or twice a month. You don't have to see them every single day. That's the beauty of being a solopreneur entrepreneur. So you create your dream team. This will help you stabilize all forms of your operations. It'll help guide you and keep you accountable to staying and yourself stabilized, because there's the business stabilization and then there's the mindset stabilization. And I tell people, my clients specifically, you have to focus on yourself first. Take care of your mindset, take care of your money, take care of your marketing and your management. All you have to do is that. That is the simple essence that you distill all the complex businesses that are out there. I don't care if you're selling widgets or you're selling rocket fuel to NASA. It all comes down to those four. That's how you stabilize you. Stabilize your mindset, management, marketing, and your finances. You do all these you do all these four, you focus on them and master them, then you are stabilized. That's your system. You are ready to give it to somebody else. Now, for solopreneurs, entrepreneurs, they mistake handing it off or delegating it off to other people as scaling up or scalability. No, that is not. Don't get confused with that. Handing it off to somebody else to do the business is actually still part of stabilization, because the truth of the matter is, why did you create the business in the first place? Someday you want to retire. Someday you might want to walk away. Someday you like take a vacation for a month or two and not worry about your company losing, income or the bottom line suffering. So part of stabilization for solopreneur entrepreneur is handing it off to employees, to a certain staff or crew or laborers, so they can do all the work. So slowly you go from CEO, you hand it off. CFO, you hand it off. You go to COO, hand it off. You get managers, supervisors, whatever. You start small, simple. So now you have a crew that's managing your whole business. You can come and go as you please. Keep it to the day you pass, or sell it later on, or live off of it. That's stabilization on a solopreneur or entrepreneur level. Stabilization, that's all it is. And the systems required for that, I just said, as long as they're dealing with marketing, as long as they're dealing with the money, as long as they're dealing with your mindset and management, that's all you need. And that's not expensive. As a solopreneur entrepreneur, you can master that very quickly, because again, mindset, if you can't seem to develop the mindset to do what you have to do to stabilize your company, then get a coach or trainer. You have marketing, you're not sure about marketing. Well, marketing is really all about connecting with people, asking them, seeing what they need, and then supplying and supporting their needs through your services or products. You got to manage the other two plus the money. That's your business. Very simple. See, don't make it complicated. Those four parts of this is all you need for the systems, and all you need is to master those four parts. And then you start slowly, one by one, replacing and designating somebody else to do the job. So at some point you can actually walk away from the business you created, and it's running by itself without your help. That is the ultimate stabilization through systemization. Okay, now you want to scale up. You change your mind. Or maybe that was the point from day one, to get to the business to be so stabilized that you can now get to the next level, expand it. There's two types of scalability, by the way. There's expanding the business just to take on more clients, more patrons, depending on what industry you're in, to take more customers in, to produce more. That's one form of scalability. You're actually going sideways instead of up. So if that's what you want, you're still the same business that you were before, but now you're just kind of expanding yourself so you can take on more and produce more. But maybe that's not what you're looking for. Maybe you're looking for scaling up, getting to the next level of basically not just expanding, but repeating the process. Some people, and I'm going to ask the question right now. In fact, I'm going to more than ask the question, I'm going to suggest my opinion of when you scale up. You have to make the choice right now. You need to make the choice right now. Do you plan to ever scale up or never scale up? If you plan to scale up, great, but you have to make the decision as soon as you start your business or own your business or create a business. You have to make that choice, because if you do not, then you can't focus on where you're going. Because that's the other part about scalability. when you begin a business, if you don't know where you are, where you're going, forget about scaling up. You're going to crash and burn later on. Always. I've seen it happen so many times. So let's just assume from day one, you've already decided, I'm going to scale up when the time is right. Okay, now the time is right. What you're really doing, you have to, again, this is a new mindset, because the mindset of stabilizing is not the same mindset of scaling up. Even though from the beginning, you're focused on scaling up, it does take another mindset, because now you have this beautiful machine called your business. It's working with or without you. That's stabilized. If you can't walk away from it for a short period of time or a long period of time, then that tells you right there, it's not stabilized. You got to work on it. And you're having trouble supporting your customer base or producing the services and products, then you have a system problem. That's how you know. Now, if you have both of those taken care of, and you want to now scale up then requires a mindset of nothing that you've not done already, but you're repeating it like a franchise. I even tell my clients that when they start their business, if you want to scale up in the future, pretend that you're building the perfect franchise, the McDonald's, excuse me, a restaurant, something, whatever it is. Start from the beginning like you're building a franchise. So you get this perfect business, and you make it stable. You stabilize it with all the right systems and with all the right personnel, staff, and it's perfect. It's just running by itself. And now all you do, and that's your only job, is to go somewhere else and do the same thing. This is not the same as scaling up sideways, which is just expanding. I'm talking about you get it to a point where you're happy with it, and now you decide, I'm going to scale up. I'm going to add another division to it. The division can be physically in the same location, or it could be in another location. And that division may just work primarily with, the expansion of before. When I said you're expanding it, maybe to expand it, you might make a division and take this part of the business and put it somewhere else. So it's just running by itself to support this. That's one way of scaling up. The other way of scaling up is franchising. You made this, you copy it, put it over here, copy it, put it over here. That's another way of scaling up. And that's the most easiest way, because even though you may or may not want to call it a franchise, but you're just repeating your process and putting it somewhere else. So then you may have the main company in one location, and you have satellites, different places, all part of the same organization under the same umbrella. That's another form of scaling up. So I've given you already 3 ideas of how to scale up: franchising, creating, clones of yourself under the same umbrella, division supporting the umbrella, or the last I would say for scalability is you start a whole new company, totally different. It's not even related to this company. I've seen entrepreneurs do that. To scale up, they actually started a whole new business that has nothing to do with the original one. Most people don't think about that. Most people in the business community don't even think about the possibility of, well, if I'm scaling up, I'm doing the same thing over and over, and I keep growing and expanding and growing. No, you're either duplicating yourself, either expanding yourself, or you're doing something altogether. And how many companies you know out there that do this? Every corporation you can think of that is a household name, you name one, they have not just expanded, not just duplicated themselves, not just had other divisions created for the umbrella company, but they've actually taken on other businesses altogether to sell different services and different products. That is 101 on business stabilization, scalability, and systematization, if I said that right. So if you need more information on all 3, if you're just a beginning entrepreneur, a solopreneur, put in the comments after the video, and I will get back to you with more information. I also have links I can send you to a library that we have on lots of information on how to do all this. This is Angelus, your business mindset coach and trainer, and I want to thank you for seeing me again. And I look forward to seeing you the next day. Take care.